Let me start. Thank you for joining us today, and this webinar is going to be about our new multi-page feature, and we believe it's a great one, and this really improved our product. So first of all, I would like to start with a few basic settings on how to create a multi-page calculator. This one is multi-page, has 2 pages, and let me create a totally new one to show the flow, how you go in creating multi-page calculator. You make the basic settings for each calculator the same. And once on the editor, you need to open the config tab on the left menu here. Turn on the multi-page calculator. This feature is available on the trial and also with our paid plans. Our paid plans differs in the number of pages you can use. I believe the top plan agency one allows you 15 pages. So once you created the calculator and set the multi-page feature on or yes, then you need to define the number of pages you will need in your calculator. It's really good to define the number of pages at the very beginning, so it's good to create some kind of a plan, what's going to be on which page, but you can always change these and add some more pages. So basically you define the number of pages and then you need to add fields. So here you can, about the calculator, you can choose which page you would like to go on. And then you can add fields to different pages. Pretty simple. However, your users, your final users, maybe your clients on your web or partners or whoever will use the calculator won't see this list above. So they won't be able to go from one page to another until you add a go to page field. This field is very important and it's always used with in combination with the multi-page feature because it allows to target user to a different page. So basically I'm on the second page now in my calculator, and once I've added the field I need to go to the edit field, pattern details, and choose a target page. Also here you can check required fields. This is also a very important setting. If you have any required fields on the page, before redirecting user to the next page, it will check if all required fields are filled, and after that redirects the user. Um, yeah, it should be available. We discussed with our team that it should be available. However, I believe that there will be quite a small limit, maybe 5 pages for the lead generation plan. Yes, but it should be available. Yeah, although at the very beginning we thought that it will be available on the in-commerce plan, so we put a sign here, but it should be available on lead generation. Okay, so 2 features, 2 basic settings you need to define for the go to page field is the target page and check required fields, and let me show you in the preview what's happened when users click on the next page. So it basically redirects him to another page. This is the only settings you can make for the multi-page feature, but I believe it's enough to create a calculator. And also I would like to mention that this feature is really good for lead generating tools, quiz or questionnaires. Also, you can store your hidden calculations on the second page without letting the final user open the page. So without adding the go to page field, you can just store all your calculations there. And also it's quite good for a step-by-step order form. So if you want to create something like this, then it's also a good idea to use the multi-page feature. And here I basically have an example of a lead generation tool, and here I use combination of the multi-page go-to-page field and also conditions to display feature. This combinations allows to ask the user for all the information needed, full name, company, how many employees, anything you need. And once user, let me show this in a preview, and once user submits the email, he will be able to see the results. This is also possible to make just with the condition to display field feature. However, if you have a lot of information to ask and a lot of results to show, it's better to divide this in 2 pages or maybe 3 pages and simply add the go to page field with the conditions to display field. So I submitted my email. Now I have access to the button to go to the next page, and I can simply click on it and see the results. This is the basic lead generation tool example. Also, let me show in the editor what I've done to show this field only once the email is submitted. Basically, our send result field, this one here, returns 0 if it's not submitted, and it returns 1 if it is submitted. So basically, you need to go to the go to page field, conditions to display field, choose your send result field, which is in my case called submit your mail to see the results, and set operator equal to 1. And then if you set this, user won't see this field before submitting. But once submit, the final user can see the results. So I guess it's pretty simple. And let me also show a kind of a multi-page calculator, which is kind of a step-by-step questionnaire where you need to put your name to start. Oh, I think it's better to show in the preview. So you put your name to start, you start the quiz, you choose different options. And here what I want to show is using several go-to-page fields allows you to set the flow for your final user. So for example, in this step-by-step quiz, I have all the possible options. And let's start with the beginning. Let's go, which means it will redirect the user from the first page to the second one. On the second page, I can go to the previous question or I can move on to the next one. Starting from the third page, I can start all over. This field will redirect me to the very first page. And previous question, if I want to change something in the previous one, or I can move on with the next one. And here I have just a different sign, but basically it redirects me also to the next page, previous question, and again redirection to the first page. Show me the results. And once I'm on the result page, I can see only my score without any go-to-page field. That means that I will need to reload the page to start from the very beginning. It will redirect me back to the editor. Okay, so what I wanted to show you in this calculator is that using go-to-page field helps you to set the flow in your calculator. If you have a lot of pages, then it's really helpful. Also, using go-to-page field with combination of conditions to display field, you can redirect the user to a particular page based on different values entered. So let me explain on a simple example. For example, you can set next question to be shown only if this slider returns 4 or more than 3. So it's called what is your education level? More than 3. Okay, and let's add one more go to page field. If doing it question by question, one by one, is there an option to show the user a progress bar? No, we don't have kind of a progress bar at the moment. So basically I wanted to show that add new condition, the same slider, less or equals 3. And let's target here user to the final page. Using this combination, you can target user to a page, to different pages based on his answer. So here, if I choose more than 3, then I will be redirected to the next page. And if I choose 3 or less, then I will be redirected to the final score. You can use this combination to, I'm sorry, to set the flow also, and it's a kind of a harder one and more complex one, and you can link this with the values entered by the user. I guess this is the main features and the main tricks I wanted to show you today, and now I'm happy to answer your questions. Oh, by the way, we have a new attendee. Hello, Mark. Mark, did you catch us at the middle? Should I repeat something for you? Basically, today we have only 2 attendees, Mark and Rachel, and I guess uh, Rachel is also with a few colleagues, so we want to just really joined, missed quite a lot. Okay, so Rachel, do you have any questions you wanted me to ask? Okay. Okay, thank you, Rachel. So if you don't mind, I will repeat for Mark what he missed, and I will start again from the beginning. So if you have any questions, feel free to send. And hello, Mark, once again, and let me show you what I was showing to Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Have a great day too. So this was it, and I'm happy to answer your questions if you have one. Is there anything else you would like to discuss? I think we. Okay, should you have any questions, feel free to contact us on support or chat. And also feel free to send us any description for the calculator you want us to create for you. Or maybe we can discuss the fine-tuning service for you. Thank you for joining and thank you for your questions. I will check if the API is open and write you back. Hope you will stay with us. Okay, so thank you for joining us today and have a great day. Bye.